Hello, everyone. We're so happy to have you here with us today.
Hi, friends. Great to see you again.
I'm Alex, and welcome to Channel Daily English.
And I'm Olivia. This channel helps you practice real English every day.
Please subscribe and like this video to stay updated.
Exactly. Now, let's get started.
Hi, Olivia. How is it going?
Hi, Alex. I'm doing great. We're really excited to be here with everyone today.
We have a very relatable episode for you today. It is something we all do.
That's right. Today, we're going to be talking about overthinking.
Exactly. We're going to discuss why our brains won't stop and how to handle it.
We will also talk about the what-if trap and how to find some peace. It's going to be helpful.
So, clear your mind, get comfortable, and let's dive right into it.
Let's begin.
Okay, so let's start with the basics.
Yeah, how do we actually define overthinking?
It's interesting because it's not just thinking a lot.
Right, thinking is good. We need to think to solve problems.
Exactly. Healthy thinking leads to a solution.
But overthinking, that just leads to more thinking.
It's like a loop, a circle that never ends.
Totally. It's like being a hamster on a wheel.
You run and run, but you don't go anywhere.
I feel that. So how does it usually start for you?
Honestly, it usually starts with something tiny.
Like what? Give me an example.
Okay, let's say I send a text message to a friend.
A simple text. Okay.
Yeah, and they don't reply immediately.
Oh no, the waiting game.
5 minutes go by, nothing.
That's normal though, right?
My logical brain says it's normal.
But your overthinking brain?
It starts screaming. It says, Olivia, you said something wrong.
Ah, there it is, the doubt.
Then comes the what-if monster.
I hate the what-if monster.
It whispers, what if she is mad at you?
And then?
What if she secretly hates you?
That escalated quickly.
It gets worse. What if nobody actually likes you?
Wow, from one text message?
From one unread text message, yes.
That is the classic spiral.
It is. You create a disaster in your head.
And the reality is usually so boring.
Right? She was probably just driving.
Or she was in the shower.
Exactly. But for that hour, I was miserable.
It steals your peace.
It really does. It's exhausting.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
I think we are trying to protect ourselves.
Protect ourselves from what?
From surprise, from bad news.
So we imagine the worst-case scenario.
Yeah, we think, if I imagine the worst, it won't hurt as much.
But it hurts more because you live it twice.
That is such a good point, Olivia.
You suffer in your imagination, then you suffer in reality.
If the bad thing even happens.
Which it usually doesn't.
Exactly. 99% of my worries never happen.
That is a crazy statistic.
But it feels so real in the moment.
It's a physical feeling too, right?
Oh, absolutely. My chest gets tight.
And your stomach feels weird?
Yes, butterflies, but the bad kind.
It's fight or flight mode.
Over a text message. It's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous, it's human.
True, we're wired to look for danger.
But in modern life, danger is just social awkwardness.
Or an email with a typo.
Don't get me started on emails.
We can talk about that later.
Deal. But this loop, it's hard to break.
It takes practice to notice it.
Awareness is the first step, right?
Definitely. You have to catch yourself doing it.
You have to say, stop it, brain.
Easier said than done, though.
For sure, but we can learn.
So that is the what-if loop.
Small trigger, massive reaction.
And a lot of wasted energy.
I think everyone listening knows that feeling.
Sadly, yes. We are all in this club.
The Overthinkers Club.
We should make t-shirts.
We would take too long to choose the color.
You are absolutely right.
Okay, let's move to the next part.
Sounds good. Let's go. Okay, so we have to talk about nighttime.
Oh boy, the 3 a.m. struggle.
Why is it always 3 a.m.?
It is the witching hour for overthinkers.
Seriously, during the day, I'm fine.
You are busy, you are distracted.
Exactly, but the second my head hits the pillow,
Boom, the show begins.
my body is exhausted.
But your brain?
My brain is wide awake.
It's like your brain drank 5 espressos.
Yes, and it wants to discuss everything.
Everything? Like what?
Like my entire life choices.
That is a heavy topic for 3 a.m.
It's terrible. Problems seem so huge at night.
They do. They seem 10 times bigger.
I worry about things that don't matter.
Like that awkward thing you said 3 years ago?
Oh my God, yes. Why do we do that?
It's the cringe compilation of your life.
I replay embarrassing moments in 4K resolution.
Give me an example.
Okay, I remember tripping in public in 2015.
2015? That was years ago.
I know. Nobody remembers but me.
But at 3 a.m., it feels like it just happened.
I literally cringe in my bed.
You just want to hide under the covers.
Exactly. It's so irrational.
For me, it's not just memories.
What is it for you?
It's my to-do list.
Ah, the future worries.
My brain opens like 30 browser tabs at once.
That is such a good description.
One tab is work,
One is bills.
and one is a random song stuck in your head.
Always. Usually a commercial jingle.
And you can't close the tabs.
Nope. The X button is broken.
So you just lay there, staring at the ceiling.
Calculating how much sleep I can get.
If I fall asleep now, I get 4 hours.
If I fall asleep now, I get 3 hours.
That math just makes you more stressed.
It really does. It's a trap.
Then the sun comes up.
And suddenly, the monsters disappear.
It's funny, right?
In the daylight, those problems seem small.
I look back and think, why was I so scared?
Everything looks better with coffee and sunlight.
But we know it will happen again tonight.
It's a nightly routine.
We need to find the off switch.
Does that switch even exist?
I hope so, for the sake of my sleep schedule.
Maybe we just need to bore our brains to sleep.
Counting sheep never works for me.
Sheep are too exciting. Count rocks.
I will try counting rocks tonight.
Let me know if it works.
I doubt it, but I'll try.
Okay, ready for the next part?
I am ready. Let's do it.
So, we talked about nights. Now let's talk about social stuff.
Oh, the social autopsy. I know this one well.
It's when you leave a party or a meeting,
And you get in the car.
and you immediately start replaying every single word.
Why did I say that joke?
Did they laugh, or was it a pity laugh?
It's painful. You dissect the conversation like a science experiment.
Totally. I obsess over my tone of voice.
Or awkward silences. Those are the worst.
I always feel like I have to fill the silence.
Me too, so I say something random.
And then you regret it for 3 days.
Exactly. I analyze people's faces too.
Like, did Alex look bored when I was talking?
Was Olivia looking at her watch?
We become detectives for crimes that didn't happen.
That is such a good way to put it.
We look for clues that people dislike us.
Even when we had a perfectly good time.
It ruins the memory of the event.
It does. You leave feeling anxious instead of happy.
And don't get me started on texting.
Text anxiety is a whole other level.
If someone replies with just K,
Oh, K is a death sentence.
it feels like a slap in the face.
Or a period at the end of a short sentence.
It looks so angry.
But usually they are just busy.
Or they are just not overthinkers.
Must be nice to be one of those people.
Right? Imagine sending a text and not caring.
That sounds like a superpower.
But for us, every emoji has a hidden meaning.
We're reading between the lines.
But there is nothing between the lines.
We're just projecting our own insecurities.
Wow, that got deep quickly.
It's true, though. We assume the worst about ourselves.
So we assume everyone else sees it too.
Exactly. But here's the truth.
Tell me,
Everyone is too busy thinking about themselves.
they aren't thinking about us?
No, they're worried about their own awkward jokes.
That is actually really comforting.
We're all just awkward together.
I like that. We're all in the same boat,
A boat full of overthinkers.
sailing into the sea of awkwardness.
Shall we sail to the next part?
Let's go. Okay, part 4. Making decisions.
Or not making decisions.
Decision paralysis. It is crippling.
It happens with big things, sure.
Like buying a house?
Yeah, but honestly, it happens with lunch.
Oh my gosh, the menu anxiety.
Standing in line at a coffee shop.
And you start sweating because it's your turn.
Do I want a latte or cappuccino?
What if I pick the wrong one?
How can you pick a wrong coffee?
I don't know, but the fear is real.
It's the fear of regret.
FOMO, fear of missing out.
If I get the salad, I will miss the burger.
If I get the burger, I will feel heavy.
So you stand there for 10 minutes.
And the waiter's looking at you.
And you panic order something you hate.
I'll have the soup. I hate soup.
Why do we do this?
We want the perfect choice.
But perfection doesn't exist.
My logical brain knows that.
But your overthinking brain wants a guarantee.
It applies to Netflix, too.
Don't even. The endless scrolling.
We spend the whole time choosing.
And then it's too late to watch it.
We spent the whole time choosing.
And we end up watching The Office again.
Because it's safe. We know what happens.
It's about safety, isn't it?
Yeah, new choices feel risky.
Even low-stakes risks.
Like picking a toothpaste brand.
I stood in the aisle for 15 minutes once.
Mint or peppermint. The drama.
It felt like a life-or-death situation.
It drains so much mental energy.
Just for small, silly things.
By the time you have to make a real decision,
You are completely burned out.
you have decision fatigue.
So you just shut down.
We need to learn to just pick.
Just flip a coin.
Honestly, that would be faster.
Good enough is good enough.
I need to tattoo that on my arm.
Good enough is good enough.
Simple, but hard.
Very hard. But we keep trying.
Next topic.
Let's move on.
So, Olivia, why do we actually do this?
That is the million-dollar question.
It's not just for fun, it's miserable.
I think it's about control.
The illusion of control.
Exactly. We think worrying is doing something.
Oh, I feel that.
It feels active, like we are solving the problem.
If I worry about this, I am preparing.
Yes, it's magical thinking.
We think if we imagine every bad outcome,
We can stop it from happening.
or we won't be blindsided.
We are trying to outsmart the future.
But you can't control the future.
No matter how much you think,
That is a scary thought for us.
the uncertainty is what we hate.
We want certainty. We crave it.
So our brain tries to fill in the blanks.
Usually with horror stories,
It's a defense mechanism.
but a really bad one.
It's like wearing armor made of paper.
It doesn't protect you, it just weighs you down.
Wow, that is a great metaphor.
Thanks. I've had a lot of time to think about it.
Ha, clearly.
But realizing this, it helps.
Realizing that worrying doesn't change the outcome,
Yeah, the outcome is the same.
you just suffer more before you get there.
It's actually kind of arrogant, isn't it?
How so?
Thinking we can predict everything?
True, we aren't psychics.
We're just anxious people.
We need to surrender a little bit.
Just let go of the wheel.
That is terrifying.
It is, but it's freedom.
To trust that we can handle whatever happens.
That is the key, trusting ourselves.
Not trusting the plan, trusting us.
We have handled everything so far.
We have a 100% survival rate.
Not bad statistics.
Pretty good odds.
So maybe we can relax a little.
Just a tiny bit.
Let's talk about how tired this makes us.
Yes, the burnout is real.
Okay, Olivia, let's be real about the cost.
The physical cost of overthinking?
People think thinking isn't work.
They are wrong. It is exhausting.
I can sit on the couch all day.
And feel like you ran a marathon?
Yes, my body aches.
It's all the tension.
My shoulders are up to my ears.
My jaw is clenched tight.
We hold so much stress in our bodies.
And the brain fog.
Oh, the fog. It's hard to focus.
You can't concentrate on simple tasks.
Because your RAM is full.
Your mental computer is overheating.
And the spinning wheel of death is on the screen.
It makes you irritable, too.
I get so snappy when I'm overthinking.
Because you have no patience left.
You are fighting a war in your head.
And someone asks you, "What's for dinner?"
And you explode.
It affects our relationships.
And it steals our joy.
That is the saddest part.
You can be in a beautiful place,
On a vacation, maybe.
but your mind is somewhere else.
You aren't really there.
You're missing your own life.
While you worry about a future that might not happen.
That hits hard.
We are robbing ourselves of the present.
The only moment we actually have.
It's a high price to pay.
Too high.
We need to stop paying it.
We need to get our energy back.
And our happiness.
It's time for some solutions.
Please tell me there are solutions.
There are. Let's talk about them. All right, let's get practical. How do we stop?
We can't turn our brains off completely.
No, but we can turn the volume down.
One tool I love is the 5-second rule.
Oh, Mel Robbins?
Yeah, you count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And then you physically move.
Yes, it interrupts the thought pattern.
It breaks the loop.
Exactly. It shifts your brain gears.
I like writing things down.
Journaling?
Yeah, getting it out of my head.
On paper, it looks less scary.
It looks silly sometimes.
You read it and laugh. Really, that's what I'm worried about?
Another trick is changing the question.
Instead of, what if it goes wrong?
Ask, what if it goes right?
Ooh, positive what ifs.
It feels weird at first.
But it's just as likely to happen.
Exactly. Why not imagine the best case?
What if everyone loves me?
What if I ace the presentation?
It changes your vibe completely.
Also, grounding techniques help.
Like the 5 senses thing?
Yeah, name 5 things you can see.
4 things you can touch.
It pulls you back to reality.
Back to the now.
Because right now, in this second,
We are okay.
we are safe. We are breathing.
Nothing bad is happening right now.
That is a powerful realization.
It takes practice, though.
It's a muscle. You have to build it.
Be patient with yourself.
Don't overthink your overthinking recovery.
That's the trap.
Just take small steps.
We can do this.
We got this. Wow. That felt like a therapy session.
It really did. I feel lighter already.
We hope you guys feel lighter too.
Remember, you are not crazy. You are just human.
And you are definitely not alone in this.
We're all figuring it out together.
So, try one of those tips this week.
Catch yourself when you spiral.
And be kind to yourself.
If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like.
And hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.
We have a question for you guys.
Yes, in the comments, tell us, what is the weirdest thing you have ever overthought?
I bet there are some funny stories out there.
I can't wait to read them.
Also, let us know what we should talk about next time.
Thanks for listening, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.